Well, hello everybody. It's Dr. Carmen Bryant, and this is Car Chronicles. How you guys doing? You guys ready? Let's do it. Some people have not experienced narcissist abuse like other people have. Some people may have come across people that have narcissist behavior or traits, but some of people have not experienced a real narcissist in their life. Even if they have, they probably did not have a close encounter with the third kind. That's the way I can explain it. And so what happens is even though the person, the other individual that's observing may have empathy, sometimes the way that people respond or react is sounds like they lack empathy. And the thing is why did you stay so long? These are the things that people that are coming out of these situations or in these situations here, why did you stay that long? Why did you even get with this person? If you know that they're doing this, why didn't you leave? Why are you still there? There's help out there. I call it an excuse. You're just staying there because you want to stay there. Sometimes those are very ignorant comments, because if they knew how to get out of the situation, they would get out of the situation faster. But when you're dealing with a person that is in that situation, you have to understand that there are physiological reactions to abuse as well. Some of that, people are addicted to people. And there's this chemical called oxytocin. Oxytocin is a chemical that is produced, for example, when a woman has a baby and she's breastfeeding. That chemical is released and it creates, it's like a bonding agent. It creates a bond between the mother and the child. That same chemical that is released, oxytocin, also creates addictions to substances or pornography or gambling or shopping. That's that same chemical that is released that creates a bond and creates addictions. That is the same chemical that is released when the narcissist is playing with your mind, your heart, your emotions, taking you up and down, taking you up high and giving you that high, giving you that rush, giving you that adrenaline rush, giving you that your oxytocin, the oxytocin is going, you got the serotonin, you got all these chemicals in your brain that are going, that is causing you to feel good. They make you feel good and immediately they drop you. And then you, at one point, you're idolized. The next minute, you're the worst thing in the world. And if you do that long enough, guess what you're going to look for? You're going to look for that high. You're always going to look for that high, that first high, which never existed. That first high, well, the first high did exist, but that person that you're looking for never existed. And so your body becomes chemically dependent on another human being. Most people argue with that, but how is it that you can be addicted to pornography? How is it that you can be addicted to shopping? How is it that people have gambling addictions and have to go to Gambling Anonymous? Alcohol addictions, drug addictions, all sorts of crazy addictions. You see the crazy addictions on television. So how is it that if they can have all these addictions, a person cannot be addicted to another person? Some people say that the narcissist is addicted to the supply. They're not addicted to the supply. They're addicted to the fuel. They're addicted to what the supply can provide them. You make them feel good about themselves. You give them money. You give them attention. You worship them. You bow down your knee and you worship this narcissist. And the reason why you worship this narcissist, for some people, they'll give anything. I heard, and I'm trying to think what song it was, where the lady said that I wouldn't give my life for you. And that's what that narcissist expect. That if you love me, see, they pervert everything. If you love me, there is no limit to what you would do, even to the death. There are some people that even took the rap for what a narcissist did and spent time in prison for this narcissist who, as soon as they went to prison, was out doing the same thing with other people. Won't take accountability, but they'll use that. If you love me, this is what you would do. If you love me, you'll take the money out of your baby's mouth to do for me. If you love me, you'll give up everything, to a point where you're homeless, to a point where there are some women that have lost their children to CPS. The children went into foster care because they're running behind this narcissist. They're running after that first high. That narcissist is a narcissist. They'll never change. And the older that they get, the worse they become. And the more you give them, the more they crave. It's like an empty pit. The more you put in there, the empty it is, it just keeps falling through. It doesn't matter. And the more you feed them, the bigger the fire gets, the more fuel you need to keep the fire going. You'll do anything to appease that narcissist, because guess what you're looking for? You are looking for the reward. It's called positive and negative reinforcement. When you don't do what that narcissist wants you to do, remember when you were first getting to know that narcissist, and what they were doing was grooming you, and what they were doing was training you, and what they were doing was interrogating you to find out what your kryptonite was, what your weaknesses was. You thought that you were building rapport. You thought that you were getting to know each other, and that narcissist was actually interrogating you to find out what your weaknesses were. I don't like this. I don't like when someone does this, and this is how I've been hurt. You're telling them everything to do to hurt you, to get control of you. So what they do, if you don't do what they want you to do, send me some money. You don't have to pay your car note this month, or don't pay your rent this month because I need this and you'll get it back. But they have shown you out of habit what they will not do. And you know that they're inconsistent. You know for a fact, and you fall for it every time. And if you don't give them what they want, they punish you. Everything you told them that will hurt you is exactly what they do. They ignore you. They ghost you. They may not call you. They may not even come home. They may flaunt a woman or another man in your face, until you give them what they want. Here, it's like a child having a temper tantrum. The biggest mistake that most parents do is they positively reinforce bad behavior. You give the child what they're having a temper tantrum over to get them to be quiet. Just give it to her, give it to him, so they'll be quiet. You are positively reinforcing poor behavior. And so in order for them to keep getting what they want, when you try to stop, they keep doing more of it because you keep rewarding them for that behavior. And a narcissist does the same thing. They reward you for what they want you to do, and they punish you for what you don't do. The way that they reward you is once you do it, they give you affection, they give you attention, they spend time with you. Sad part about it is they'll make like an hour worth of time on a Friday, so that they'll spend like an hour time with you on a Friday so they can go out the whole Saturday. Or they may give you, they want to do something on Friday, so they'll promise to give you an hour on Saturday, and that's all the time you get from them. You don't have any food in the house, but they want some money to go buy a new car or buy some clothes, and they'll reward you, and they idolize you. They make you feel that, and that's what you're looking for. I want more of that. So because I want more of that, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing, and they'll keep rewarding you until you stop doing it, until you don't have it. Now, some of you are like, I just don't have it. I really don't have it in my bank account. And so they punish you, and you'll find a way. You'll pawn stuff, you'll borrow money, you'll put yourself in debt just to make sure that narcissist gets what they want so that you can get your drug. Because guess what? That supply is getting fuel too, while that narcissist is getting fuel. And so they're positively reinforcing the behavior that they want for you to be stable in, and punishing you when you don't do what they tell you to do. And then some of you are out here giving these narcissists wife and husband privileges. Why are you cooking and cleaning for the narcissist? Why are you paying bills for the narcissist? Why are you paying their bills and you don't have a ring on it? And I understand this newer generation has their own concept of relationships. Some people don't even believe in marriage anymore, commitment, whatever. But my grandfather used to always say, and you hear it around here all the time, why are you going to buy the cow if you get the milk for free? What's the purpose of buying? You don't have no reason to buy the cow. If I'm going to get the milk for free, what am I going to buy the cow for? Same concept. You wonder why he hasn't put a ring on it. You wonder why she won't agree or commit to a relationship, because you're locking that narcissist down and you're giving them everything that they want. Why put a ring? And then you threaten to leave. They've already got you trained enough that if you leave, your whole concern is who they're with. Your whole concern is what they're going to do. You start having withdrawals. And sometimes you have withdrawals. They ignore you. They ghost you. They discard you. You start having withdrawals. And it's painful. You're having withdrawals. And oh my gosh, what are they doing? You're starting to have anxiety. You're starting to have panic attacks. You're starting to, oh my God, I think I'm going to die. What are they doing? I can't handle it. They're not in my life. And so what you do is you start hoovering them. You start giving them what they want to try to pull them back. Even if they give you a negative response, they cuss you out, they show up with a female, they call you, you accidentally call them, anything just to get a reaction from them, even if it's negative. The same thing with a narcissist, whether there's a positive or negative reaction. But that's what happens to people. Stop asking them.